Hey y'all, what's up, what's going on? Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be reviewing Help I'm in a Secret Relationship, and this is episode 10. Okay, we are moving up with this one. I don't know, I know some of you guys have been saying things like, you know, this show is sometimes seeming a little fakeish, and I definitely know that episode 8, that was giving me like a fake vibes. Someone said the friendly zombie had said, this is the most fake reality show ever made. And I do agree with you to a certain extent. Like, I've been seeing something, I'm like, come on, like, if you're my family or my best friend, you claim to be my best friend and you giving the ops mad information, like, come on. You canceled for my life forever. Like, you know, like, you had to have my consent for this. If this is what you're doing, you're giving out information about me that can be used against me, then you're not my real friend. So I'm like, some conversation had to be had at some point, you know what I mean? And just like how at the end they're always like, well, the reason why I'm hiding you is, like, how would they just randomly know to say this? You know what I mean? So just stuff like that. Like, they always, literally, that's always the last closing line. That's no. That means you rehearsed this and you knew exactly what to say at the end of the day. But the last episode was kind of spicy though. Was it the last one with Javi? Yeah, that one was kind of spicy because they looked like they was legit about to fight. And I don't think she took him back. So I don't know. Some of them seem a little bit like they could possibly be, or maybe they just good actors. I don't know. It is what it is. I mean, it's all for entertainment at the end of the day. All these reality shows are scripted to a certain extent. All right, so this one is Rick and Shanelle. All right, make sure y'all subscribe if you're not yet part of the family. Also, make sure you go ahead, turn on your post notifications so you don't miss our videos, and you share these videos. It keeps me pumped up, energized, and I do apologize for the delay. I was not around, so you know, it's vacation season. You know, there's also a lot of things coming up because summer is upon us, so there will be some delays at times, but I try to make sure I keep it within the week, you know, as long as it's not a really long vacation or something else. But yeah, let's get into it. So Rick's girl's name is Shanelle. She's an influencer. She has a pretty large following, and they've been together for 3 years. They live with Rick's parents in a nice home. From what he said, he actually bought the home using crypto. So he's like one of those people that you would see on, like, let's say social media that talk about cryptos, NFTs, stocks, you know, trading and all that type of stuff. I did do a little bit of that on my main channel, Samore Love TV, but not that much because it's not the biggest interest of mine. But at that time, it was something that I was kind of interested in. But the stock market has been so finicky that I just felt like it was kind of repetitive, and I hate kind of like redundancy and repetitive stuff. Like, I like excitement, and it wasn't giving, you know what I mean? So I kind of paused for that for now, but I may start doing it again if I see any changes. I haven't even looked at my stocks in like probably about 3 months. So I don't know if they're doing terrible, which I've heard that they probably are. It is what it is. I mean, I'm just going to let it sit there and do its thing. But anyways, back to this. So that's the kind of stuff that he does. He also does music as well. And the thing about this whole relationship that's bugging him out is that he hasn't met any of her family. He hasn't met her or her friends. So it's a little suspicious to him because she's always around his entire family, knows his mom. Ironically to me, she kind of had a similar facial structure to me as his mother. Just, you know, the complexions were a little bit different, but I felt like they had similar facial structures. If they didn't say that was his mom, like, I would have thought that they were the ones that would have been related, you know? But anyway, that's just a random thought that I had. Dorian's the best friend, and his girl, they meet up with Rahnee and Travis, and they kind of tell them about something that they've been thinking about. Well, mainly the best friend, aka brother. You know, when you've known somebody so long, you have that bond that is almost as though you are bonded by blood, you know? And sometimes it's just so strong especially in like the West Indian community, we'll say, you know, that's your uncle to our kids or that's your aunt to our kids. So that's just kind of how that is. But anyway, so he says that it's something that he had to get off his chest. And the thing that he says is that they do NFT music and they do music together, and he tried to upload it to, I guess, some account there, and it was saying copyright. When he looked it up, it showed Shanelle's name. So it's weird. It kind of seems like she's stealing from him and collecting the money and not really telling him anything about it. This is something that they should have discussed. This is something that he should have known. Rahnee and Travis are kind of like, well, you know, maybe he just didn't tell you that. Nah, he would have told me something like this, because we always talk about it, and I'm always telling him we need to upload it, put it up there, make this money, whatever, you know. And can I say that Dorian and his girl, they looked like they was ready for a music video. Like, they were dressed and ready for TV. They was not playing. I mean, this was all like, I don't know, this just seemed like a whole bunch of promotion and plugging of social media stuff and name dropping places, because he said they was meeting at Tawana's something. That was the name of the place that they met at, which was his girl's spot, I think he said. So I don't know, I just felt like it was a lot of like promo here for certain things for people to possibly look up if they're more interested. But that's just my thought. It was kind of random. I could be completely wrong, but that's just kind of how I felt. And it was just felt a lot of clouty-ish, you know? Like, everybody wanted to be on TV. Like, now we had Rick's aunt Ruby called these two, Rahnee and Travis, and it's like, first of all, how did they get the number? You know what I mean? Like, did he just say, hey, everybody, here's my number. Call me if you guys find out any information. Like, it was just weird. And this is quote-unquote for some type of intervention. And Travis is just like, you know, I don't really like this. Maybe we should call, and well, Travis and Rahnee were like, maybe we should call him, let him know, instead of just meeting up with his family. So they tell him what it is. He seemed like he wasn't too interested, because he's like, you know, I don't really like my family and my business or whatever. But eventually he says, all right, well, let's do this. So, you know, they all meet up. Cousins is there, grandma's there, mom is, like, the whole entire family, cousin, boy cousin, like all these people there. I'm like, everybody trying to get a little piece. Be like, yo, that was me on TV. Cousin Julie, you saw me? I mean, it was just funny. But, I mean, I can't be mad at them, though. Get your little moment of fame. Cousin, you know, Auntie said what she had to say real quick, you know, about how they just need to put everything out there, because you don't know if something's going to happen later on, and then it's going to be even worse. And Cousin, she felt like she needed to tell a few things. She said that she thinks that Shanelle is like doing nudes because she was on this nude photographer's page. Come to find out, the nude photographer is her ex. And then she said something about, I hope the pictures we did comes out good, or something along those lines. And then she scrolls, and she was investigated hard. Like, she is the friend that you will call when you think your man is sliding out, okay? She will look through every Facebook post. She will look through every Instagram post. She'll come through with the Catfish profiles, like, on some realness, like, yo, girl is hilarious. But yeah, so she found all of that. She found out that that was the ex. She went further on, and she said that she found out that that was the picture of her. Well, she said this looks kind of familiar. He wasn't really buying it. He's just like, nah, that ain't her. So now, you know, they tell Travis and Rahnee, they tell Rick everything that they learned throughout this whole process from Dorian and his girl, and about the NFT situation. So now they go ahead and confront Shanelle, have a little meeting with her, and it just so happens that she said that she is working with her ex. She said she's not doing any nudes or anything like that, but he had a project that she didn't want to pass up because she felt like she needed the money. And she knew if she told him, he would have most likely said no. So it was kind of one of those, you know, I'm going to do what I do and then I'm going to apologize later. sorry, not sorry. You know what I mean? Like, I'll be sorry when you catch me, and then I have to apologize about it. Other than that, I'm gonna do what I do. You know, who gonna check me, boo? Who gonna check me? You know, that's kind of like how you say it without really saying it. That's just kind of how I saw it. But they clearly have communication issues because she just kind of feels like she can do whatever she wants in the relationship. And like I said, kind of ask for forgiveness after the fact. Maybe he's, you know, kind of been soft with her on other things, so she feels like she can take advantage of those things, or she can get away with those things, so she will continue to do those things until there is like a huge loss or a huge repercussion that comes about. And that's probably one of the main things that could end up messing up their relationship. So she said that that's the reason why she's hiding him, but he's like, okay, so this is the reason, you know, this is the only thing. But she's like, but wait, there's more. So there's more. The thing that is the more, that's the big shocker, she says she lost all of their money for the house. So that was one thing he mentioned in the beginning, that they're saving up to get their own house. He bought this one house, you know, where he's staying with the family and everything like that, but he wants to get his own for the two of them to start their family and, you know, get married and all that good stuff and just be an official family. But for her, she says that she used up a lot of money. He's like, okay, and how much money did you use? She says that she started off with $60,000. She put it into, like, I guess the whole crypto stuff, and she ended up losing a good portion of it. And now she has about $10K left. So she pretty much lost $50,000. And the crazy, and she apologized, you know, she said she's sorry for not telling him. That's the reason why she hasn't brought him around family and friends, is because, especially her parents, I don't know about the friend situation. I mean, why you couldn't, well, she said she couldn't tell the friends because the friends knew about her working with her ex and she didn't want it to be weird. But the reason why she didn't put him with her family is because of this situation. She told her mother right away, and she knew that they were going to mention it, and this would make her look like a liar and it would all come out. So she had to do what she had to do. You know what I'm saying? And had to hide this to the full extent. And the crazy thing about it, once she apologized, the only thing that I really heard him say, and it almost is like he dismissed everything, was, so now you're gonna go ahead and set me up with a dinner with your family and friends. I'm like, dude, did you not just hear she lost $50,000? Like, what? He was like, it's all good because we're gonna make even more than that. You know, you should have told me because we could have probably had 200,000K, you know, because this is not what you do. But he was like, money is nothing. He was like, we could always get more money, but what we have here, that's what's most important. Sounding like a super simp. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just feel like he let her off so easily. I feel like she could have some type of addictive personality. There's so many things that could be wrong here. You know, he even said, like, it seems like you got lucky and then you just kept on going with it. And that reminds me of one of the previous episodes where the guy had a gambling problem. It's like, this is how it all starts. Like, is this how you really, like, you got to really think about it. Is this how you want your life to go? Like, you guys should really have like a good sit down communication, like, you know, a good chat, because this has to be something that can't continuously happen. But if she feels like she'll get off this easy, I mean, why not? You know what I mean? Like, YOLO, he already said, like, we're gonna have more money, so it's nothing. So anything she does is gonna be okay. She could spend 20K on a bag, or, you know, a Birkin, or, you know, whatever. And it seems like he'll just be like, all right, you know, I understand money's money, but we good. You're my woman. Like, dude, really? Like, you got to look at these patterns and see if this is something that you really want. And even the whole thing with the NFTs, like, she talking about she felt like she was doing good, but you've been getting money from this and you haven't told him anything. So that means you're kind of like stealing his money in that aspect too. But I mean, you know what? At the end of the day, that's his issue. That's his problem. But we'll see. You know, they look like they're happy, so we'll see. I mean, we probably won't see, but I don't know how this will be in the long term. If this is, hopefully this is just a one-time incident, a one-time event, but not really sure. We shall see for him. All right. Thanks so much, you guys. Let me know what you thought about this episode down below. Don't forget to join our family if you haven't yet done so, by hitting subscribe. It's totally free and convenient, and you'll be able to see my videos if you turn on that post notification little belly. All right. And I'll see you guys on the next one. All right. Later.